Peanuts are a familiar ingredient in many dishes, but if they're not stored properly, they can easily go soft, moldy, or develop a rancid smell. Today, I'm going to share 4 super simple tips, anyone can do them, to keep your peanuts crunchy and aromatic for up to a year without worrying about mold or rancidity. With just a few minutes of prep, you'll have a peanut-keeping secret that every home cook should know. Are you ready to discover it? Let's get started. Before storing, you need to carefully sort the peanuts to ensure the best quality. Remove any damaged, shriveled, worm-eaten, or moldy peanuts, keeping only the large, firm, and intact ones. After sorting, dry the peanuts in gentle sunlight for about 1 to 2 hours to completely remove any remaining moisture. Be careful not to dry them under strong, direct sunlight, as high temperatures can strip the peanuts of their natural oils, causing them to dry out quickly and lose their aroma. Gentle sun drying helps peanuts last longer in storage and kills any hidden insect eggs inside, reducing the risk of mold. If you only plan to use the peanuts within 1 to 2 weeks, this is the simplest and most convenient method. First, prepare a sealed plastic bag or a food storage container with a tight-fitting lid. Put the peanuts inside the bag or container to minimize exposure to air, preventing mold or oxidation that can cause the peanuts to spoil quickly. You can make your own moisture absorber by putting a small amount of baking soda or coarse salt into a paper napkin, then wrapping it up tightly. Once it's ready, place the packet inside to help keep the space dry, prevent mold, and get rid of unwanted odors effectively. Finally, close the lid tightly or seal the bag securely, and store the peanuts in a dry, well-ventilated place, away from direct sunlight and areas near the stove, where heat or moisture is high. This simple storage method will help the peanuts retain their full flavor, crunch, and nutritional value, while effectively preventing any rancid smell. Try it and see if it works, as I say. Next is the second method. First, make sure the peanuts are completely dry and free of dust. Next, put them in a tightly sealed container. This will prevent the peanuts from absorbing moisture and odors from other foods. Now place them in the refrigerator at a temperature of 32 to 39 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature will slow down the oxidation process, helping the peanuts retain their aromatic flavor, not lose their oiliness, and maintain their natural crispiness. When stored properly, peanuts can be used well for 2 to 3 months while still ensuring quality. This is an optimal storage tip if you want to keep peanuts fresh longer without worrying about spoilage. When needed, take a sufficient amount of peanuts out of the refrigerator, then leave them at room temperature for about 10 to 15 minutes before processing. This step helps limit condensation, preventing the peanuts from becoming soft or losing their inherent crispiness. Did you find it easy? Let me know what you think. If you buy peanuts in large quantities and want to store them for a long time, up to 1 year, follow this third method. First, prepare a Ziploc bag and put all the peanuts into the bag. It's best to divide them into several bags for more effective storage and easier use next time. Then, use a straw to remove all the air from the bag and seal it tightly. Next, place the peanut bag in the freezer for storage. Freezing helps slow down oxidation and the activity of microorganisms, allowing the peanuts to be preserved for a long time while still keeping their flavor and natural crispness. When you need to use them, thaw the peanuts gradually by moving the bag to the refrigerator or leaving it at room temperature until the peanuts are soft. After thawing, the peanuts can be lightly roasted in a hot pan or warmed in the microwave to restore their natural crunch. Note: Do not thaw peanuts in water, as this will make the peanuts absorb moisture, become soft, and lose their characteristic flavor. Tip number 4. With this tip, you can use either white or red peanuts, depending on your preference. Before roasting, prepare a bowl of water, rinse the peanuts thoroughly to remove any dirt, and then drain them completely in a basket. Peanuts are rich in protein and healthy fats, which help build muscle, provide energy, and support heart health, and they also contain vitamin E, which is good for the skin. Next, heat a pan and add a suitable amount of cooking oil, depending on how many peanuts you are using. Add the peanuts to the pan and to keep the peanuts crispy for longer and prevent them from going soft, roast over very low heat. Continue stirring for about 15 to 20 minutes until the peanuts are cooked and fragrant. When the peanuts are done, turn off the heat, pour them into a basket, and stir a little to let the peanuts release some heat. Then add about 2 tablespoons of fine salt to the pan to roast. You can adjust the amount of salt to your taste, or add garlic powder, chili powder, or other seasonings to enhance. Roast the salt over low heat for about 1 to 2 minutes to dry it out and reduce its sharpness, so that when mixed with the peanuts, the salt coats them evenly, and the peanuts stay fresh longer without becoming oily. Finally, sprinkle the salt evenly over the peanuts and toss gently to mix the salt and peanuts together. This ensures the salt does not stay clumped in one spot. Continue tossing and lightly shaking a few more times until each peanut is covered with a thin layer of salt. At this point, the peanuts will be shiny, evenly coated with salt, crispy in texture, moderately salty, and very flavorful. Let the peanuts cool completely before storing them in a clean glass jar or airtight container to prevent moisture. Store the peanuts in the refrigerator. When ready to eat, you can take them out and eat them directly. At this point, the peanuts will be very crispy and delicious. If you find this tip easy to follow, leave a comment saying, "So easy," below to let me know. With the useful tips I've shared, storing shelled peanuts is no longer a worry. Apply these methods to keep them fully flavorful, nutty, and aromatic. Whether for snacking or cooking, you can do so with confidence. What about you? How do you usually store your peanuts? Share your tips in the comments. If you found these tips helpful, give a like and share them with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss the practical, easy-to-follow tips I'll be sharing in upcoming videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.